China spy shock in London. Collapsed case reveals massive espionage threat. Deputy National Security Advisor warns Beijing targets UK economy, infrastructure and democratic institutions. While government pursues positive ties, public outrage grows. Inquiry launched as questions mount. Was justice sacrificed for diplomacy? Westminster scrutiny intensifies as London faces China's sneaky intelligence ops. A high-profile espionage case has shaken London, raising questions about the UK's national security and its approach to China. Last month, the Crown Prosecution Service dropped charges against two men. Christopher Cash, 30, a former Conservative MP researcher, and Christopher Berry, 33, a teacher, accused of passing sensitive information to a Chinese intelligence agent between 2021 and 2023. Both denied wrongdoing, insisting they had done nothing illegal. The CPS said the case collapsed because key evidence could not be obtained from the government, particularly evidence that would have required formally designating China as a national security threat. Critics immediately accused the Labour government of being too cautious, prioritising diplomatic and economic relations over security concerns. Matthew Collins, the UK's Deputy National Security Advisor, provided written evidence now made public, warning that China's intelligence operations are highly capable and large-scale, targeting the UK to advance Beijing's strategic interests while undermining economic resilience and democratic institutions. Collins said the activities of Cash and Berry, if proven, could have been directly or indirectly useful to the Chinese state and prejudicial to the safety or interests of the UK. Despite the warning, Collins emphasised that the UK seeks a positive relationship with China, pursuing a dual strategy: cooperate where we can, compete where we need to, and challenge where we must, including on issues of national security. This balance reflects the challenge of managing relations with a global power while safeguarding national interests. Former Security Minister Tom Tugendhat criticised the government in the Commons, asking, "Who the hell's side are you on?" He highlighted personal experiences of break-ins and ransacked files, stressing the real danger posed by foreign espionage and questioning the government's priorities. Collins' statements offer rare insight into China's intelligence apparatus. According to him, espionage operations against the UK are systematic, highly organised, and technologically advanced, targeting trade, defence, technology, and infrastructure sectors. In August 2025, Collins warned that China's activities present the biggest state-based threat to the country's economic security, using sophisticated methods to gain strategic advantages. The CPS cited a legal technicality for dropping the case. At the time of the alleged offences, China had not been officially designated a national security threat. Critics argue this exposed a loophole in the UK's intelligence framework, potentially leaving the country vulnerable. Collins' evidence detailed alleged contacts between Cash, Berry, and a Chinese intelligence officer linked to the Central National Security Commission. Messages such as Cash warning Berry, "You're in spy territory now," underscore the seriousness of the alleged activities. While the CPS claimed insufficient evidence, Collins' statements make clear the scope of the threat. The collapse of the case has fueled accusations of political interference. Conservatives argue the government prioritised trade and diplomatic ties over justice, while Labour officials insist the CPS acted independently, with the original gap stemming from the previous Tory administration. Public reaction has been intense. Security analysts warn that cases like this are part of a pattern of foreign influence and espionage, highlighting the need for stronger intelligence capabilities. Collins' testimony reinforces the urgency of addressing these challenges while maintaining the balance between cooperation and confrontation with China. In response to the controversy, Labour Chair Matt Weston announced a formal inquiry through the Joint Committee on the National Security Strategy. The inquiry will examine the failed prosecution, the evidence provided, and potential political interference. Members from the Home Affairs, Foreign Affairs, and Justice Committees will participate, with full access to ministers and civil servants. Weston stressed the inquiry's urgency, saying there are a lot of questions yet to be asked, and promising swift action. Cabinet Office Minister Chris Ward confirmed government cooperation, assuring the committee that all relevant witnesses would be made available. The inquiry will focus on three key questions.
The scale of Chinese espionage in the UK, why the CPS dropped the case, whether political considerations influenced the handling of evidence.
Its findings could shape future intelligence, legal frameworks, and diplomatic strategy. Meanwhile, the political fallout continues. Conservatives, including MP Alicia Kearns, suggest that Collins' statements echo language from the Labour Party manifesto, raising questions about potential political influence on civil servants. They argue that the failure to prosecute the accused spies reflected both procedural challenges and government caution. China has dismissed the allegations, with Foreign Ministry spokesperson Lin Jian stating that Beijing firmly opposes peddling China spy narratives and vilifying China. The case highlights the delicate balance the UK must maintain between economic cooperation, diplomacy, and national security, with China identified as a sophisticated and far-reaching espionage threat. There is mounting pressure on British authorities to strengthen counterintelligence measures, legislative tools, and international alliances. Public opinion is divided. Many view the case collapse as a failure of justice and security, while others recognise the complexities of managing relations with a global superpower. The inquiry will need to provide answers, reconcile public concerns, and recommend steps to prevent similar failures in the future. As Westminster scrutiny intensifies, the stakes remain high. Were the accused individuals pawns in a larger geopolitical struggle? Did procedural hurdles or political caution prevent justice? How can Britain safeguard its economy, democracy, and institutions against increasingly sophisticated espionage operations? Matthew Collins' warnings are clear. China's intelligence operations are real, extensive, and potentially damaging. While the CPS decision ended the immediate case, the broader story of Chinese espionage and the UK's response is only beginning. The upcoming inquiry could redefine how Britain addresses foreign intelligence threats in an era of rising geopolitical tension.